Hey everybody, and welcome back. The kind folks over at Fractal Audio Systems were nice enough to send over their FC6 foot controller for me to check out along with my Fractal FM3. I gotta say, this looks like an amazing unit. It's built like a tank, solid as a rock. I literally took it out of the box 10 minutes ago. I've just kind of glanced over the manual and the included instructions that come along with the download. And I thought I would give you my first look and show you how I get it all set up, see if I can follow the instructions and get this working, so that you guys can all see how easy it is to get this functioning and really expand the possibilities of our FM3. So without further ado, let's dive right in and see what we have to do to get this working and what it can actually do with the FM3. So basically we can see over here, we have the FM3 and the FC6 side by side. They're basically the same footprint, both built as solid as a rock, like I mentioned already. Very impressive stuff, and I have a feeling this is going to make up a very, very powerful modeling solution. So first steps first, what we need is either an XLR cable or the official Fractal FastLink cable that's available through their website. And I'm today just using a really high quality Klotz XLR cable, and I'm going to hook up the FastLink output of the FM3 to the FastLink connection on the FC6, and I'm simply going to turn on the FM3 and let this all boot up. One really amazing thing you'll notice is there's no external power requirements for the FC6. It's powered by the connection it's making to the FM3. So that's a really, really great thing. So you don't have to worry about just another thing to power on your board. Okay, so let's dive over here now for a second. And the Fractal folks give a really great instruction manual when we download the OMG9 package, I guess we'll call it. Now you can go over to this website right here. I just Googled Fractal OMG9 and this came up. And this is the sort of official announcement over on the Fractal forum. And you can click this link here and that will download this package, which we are going to need. I have that already unzipped over here. So inside of there you see OMG9 guide, and this is going to be a really important thing to follow. So what it does is when we open that PDF up, we have this. Now I'm just going to set this up so I can go between my FM3 edit and the guide. So as we scroll down, it says installation setup. Installation requires FM3 edit plus a few manual changes to set up on the FM3. Okay, so let's go over here now. It says to install the OMG9 layouts, first make the following setup changes. On the FM3, open setup FC controllers devices. Now I believe I can do that right here, and it comes up with the things that I need to change. So hopefully this works out and I can just do this all on FM3 edit. Coming back over here, it says on the FM3 open setup devices and set the startup layout for the FM3 to 8. So here's the FM3 startup layout. I'll set that to 8. And it continues to set the startup layout for FC number 1 right here to 1. So I'm going to do just that. Great. Number 2, on the FM3 setup FC controllers config. So I guess I can get out of this. I can go to config over here. It says change bank size to 6, and that's right there, and I will do just that. Okay. And that changes. Ensure that FC6 FC12 compatibility mode is set to disabled, and it is. Okay. Optional recommended change FC master layout switch combo to disabled. I'm not really too familiar with what that is, so I'm going to leave that since it says optional. So we'll leave that alone for now. It says launch FM3 edit. I've already done that, and I think I've made the appropriate changes on here. So it tells me now launch FM3 edit and press the FC controllers button. I've already done that. Use the import all layout features to load the all layouts OMG9 file. Then that's the zip file included in the zip file that we've already downloaded, and then the installation should be complete. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to come over to layouts, and it says to import all layouts. Gives me a warning. I'm going to continue. Now I've got to find my download here. And there it is. I will double click that. It says pasting layout. I did a quick edit there because that took a little longer than I thought. Maybe, I'm going to say 15 to 20 seconds, and it was done. Maybe 30 seconds. I didn't really time it, but that seems to be done. Now it tells me the installation is now complete. Please restart the FM3. So I'm just going to reach over here, flip that off, and I will flip that back on. And I'm assuming once that comes up, we should be good to go to have the FM3 and FC6 talking to one another and working as they should, I hope. And there we go, it's rebooted and it does seem to be working. We have presets, scenes, and effects here on the FM3, and then we have other functions over here on the FC6 to control. So if we go back to the manual for just a second, it says using the OMG9, we have 3 basic modes that we're going to have now on the FM3. We're going to have presets mode, scenes mode, and effects mode, each with a hold function. If we have presets mode and we hold it, we can get the tuner. Scenes mode, we can hold and get more scenes. And the effects mode, we can hold for looper mode. So what does each of these do? Well, if we press the presets mode, we see over here on the FC6 that it's showing our presets. Now, if we hold P1 foot switch, we see now that we go between the different available presets that we have, and we can select these on our FM3, and I hope my arm and hand aren't getting in the way. Really cool stuff. And we can hold over here to go up a bank as well. Excellent stuff. So we can go between all of our presets. We can bank up and down in presets mode. Really, really neat, interesting stuff. Now we go to scenes mode over here. And if I go to my FM3 and change it to scenes, we see now we're controlling the scenes over here on the FC6, right? Can't get simpler than this. And we have access to obviously now 6 scenes. And then if we long hold the scenes button, I believe as soon as we release it, we get access to even more scenes. Long press that for more, it moves. Long press it for more and hit it again, and we move back to the original scenes that we had. So very powerful now. When we do go to more, we see over in the bottom right that we have tap tempo assigned as well. So a lot of options here, and we can do a lot of great assignments here. Now the final mode is effects mode, and with this we can simply assign our effects in our preset to whatever we want over here. And we see the top right-hand corner, if we hit more, we go to even more possibilities and we can flip back. Now, if we long hold this, we go into looper mode. And by hitting it again, we can go back to effects mode. So as we see, we have multiple modes here that are going to really open up the flexibility of the FM3. And if we had a pedal board with the FM3 and FC6, the sky's the limit, really. I mean, if we're getting all we need out of the FM3 as far as the ability to add all the blocks and effects that we need, adding an FC6 seems like a very wise move, simply because we're going to now be able to control it effortlessly. I was very impressed with the FM3, even with the 3 foot switches, how easy the folks at Fractal have engineered it so that we can flip around through where we have to get fairly easily. And it really didn't take long to get my head around that. But really and honestly, if we really want to take this to another level, I'm thinking adding on an FC6 to it is a really great move. And I'm really happy to have this connected. And I really want to thank the folks at Fractal for sending this over for me to check out for a little bit. Very, very cool of them. And I got to say, very impressive products, both of these, the FM3 and the FC6, and both of them together, incredible. Very well built. I mean, sturdy like you can't believe. Very impressed with it. Beautiful tones, now the ability also to be able to really control it in a manner that's much more intuitive and much more flexible. So I hope I covered everything there. I just wanted to kind of show you my first impressions of it. I'm still learning on this as well. I literally pulled this out of the box 10 minutes before and I thought, I'm gonna do a video to see if I can get this set up effortlessly and show you how effortlessly it can be set up. And I really didn't run into any hiccups along the way, which is quite amazing, because usually, you know, in these new things, you maybe mess up a couple things. And I think that my hats go off to the folks at Fractal for giving such clear, intuitive, simple instructions to get this set up. So FM3, FC6, high quality XLR cable, you got your instructions, you make your settings, you're up and running in probably 5 minutes. And then you can figure out what the best workflow for you is as far as assigning foot switches and for your own ideals and uses. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope that was helpful. I know this has been out for a while. And a lot of folks are already using it, but I know there's probably some folks out there who are questioning, you know, maybe the ease of use, how simple it is to set up. And I think this can put everybody's minds at ease that it is very simple and very intuitive and very flexible and very useful. So, like I said, I hope this was helpful to some folks. Thank you guys for your time. Thanks for tuning in. Please hit the like button. Share the video with anybody who you think would get use out of it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the little bell notification to get notified when I put new content out. I will be back soon with some more. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Ciao for now.